Hey everybody, Mr. Ringfelt here. This screencast tutorial will help you set up a new NoodleTools project, add a source to that NoodleTools project, and then ultimately share it with the folder Mr. O'Shea and I have created for you in NoodleTools. So the first thing we have to do is go to NoodleTools.com. You can just type it right into your browser. Now, if you've used NoodleTools in the past, which I'm sure you have, you may notice right away that the interface has changed just a little bit. So it's going to maybe take an adjustment for you to get comfortable with it, but this video will show you exactly what to do. Your login and your credentials remain exactly the same. So you sign in with your personal ID. If you set this up in the library, I know that they instructed you to use your ID number as your personal ID and then the same password that you used to log into your computer. If you did not do that, you probably set it up as your computer username as your personal ID. If you cannot remember any of those logins, talk to me or Mr. O'Shea. We can help you reset your password. My personal ID is simple. Now, the first time you log in, you'll see this revalidate personal folder. The login is going to be JWHS. The password is going to be the exact same thing. So you just type JWHS into this revalidate password field and click on revalidate. And you're good to go. The next thing it's going to do is ask you to update your profile. Okay, everything is going to be the same as it was when you first set it up. Very simple. All you have to do is click on Save Profile. Once you've logged in, you'll see your projects page. Now, again, it is a little different the way that everything is laid out, but all the features are exactly the same. The first thing we need to do is create a new project. So you can see I've got some of my former project that I've worked on over here. What you're going to do is just click on New Project in the top left and give it a title. You can leave MLA in Junior exactly where it's at because that's going to be exactly what we need for this project. We're just going to name this Annotated Bibliography and click on Submit. Pretty simple. Before I add any sources to it, I want to share it with my classroom teacher. Once you share it with the teacher's Dropbox, any additions, any edits, anything that you've done to your project will automatically be shared with your teacher. So sharing happens only once. You simply click on Share with the Project Inbox, and then in here start typing in O'Shea. And the class should pop up. Click on Done, and it's that simple. Now, you also have the option to add a Google Docs paper, but we're not going to do that because we can access everything already through Google Classroom. Now that you've created the project, you're ready to add your first source, which is also very simple. Up here, you just click on Sources, and then Create New Citation. Pretty simple. You click on the appropriate option. I found my source in a database. Now I have my source open in another tab, and I need to figure out whether it's original content or it came from somewhere else. So I'll open it up. I'll look. It was actually originally printed in a newspaper, which you can tell by the icon right there. It was the USA Today on August 4th, 2016. You can find all the information that's relevant to filling out the rest of the citation. So I click on here. It was originally a newspaper. And the nice thing about NoodleTools, and this is exactly the same as it was last year, is that it already has our library databases built in. I got this article from SIRS Issues Researcher. The URL is not necessary for your citation, but it is if you want to keep track of it. If you're using Digo in addition to NoodleTools, you probably don't need to save the URL, hopefully you're bookmarking your sources, which I'm going to do right now. Otherwise, you might want to include the URL here, but you'll eventually have to delete it. So you want your date of access. For me, that's today. And then you want to choose your information that is relevant. I'm going to go pause the recording and type all this in here real quick. Before I do that, I do want to show you something. You can really very easily put these windows side by side if you just click, drag it over. And then I'll do the same thing over here. And now I can go side by side and pretty quickly type in all the relevant information. If you want to be really smart, you can do what I like to do, which is just copy and paste. But if you copy and paste something that's in all caps, like the way USA Today is printed here, you need to fix that. NoodleTools even tell you, check to be sure that you aren't capitalizing entire words unless they're acronyms. Well, USA is an acronym, Today is not. So I'm just going to retype that. Now the interesting thing about this is, publication city, unless you can find it pretty easily, and you may have to scroll all the way down into the citation, then you're not going to worry about it. I don't see any city there, so I'm going to skip it. The publication date I do see, and that is August 4th. I'm going to go ahead and full screen this now that I have everything typed in. And then click on Submit. And now my source citation pops up. It's properly formatted into NoodleTools. Again, because you've already shared this project, and I've already shared mine with Mr. O'Shea, we will be able to see all of your progress throughout the annotated bibliography, and it will make all the conversations that we have in class much easier. Hopefully this was very helpful for you. If you have any further questions, don't hesitate to email us or ask us questions in class, as always. Okay, good luck.